I'm doing a lot of interviews for my new book, which has just been published. It's called The Real You, Leading Your Life from Your Authentic Self. And I'm asked often, how did you get started being a psychotherapist? How did that evolve in your life? How did you stumble upon it? So I thought I'd share a little bit with you about how that evolved for me. When I was up until 10 years old, I was just thriving. I was doing so well. I was great in school. I had a sense of who I was. I was starting to play Little League Baseball. I was doing really, really well. Now, I was the youngest of three. My sister was 7 years older than me. So at 17, she started 15 years of being a heroin addict, which was quite traumatic for all of us. My older brother was 15 when I was 10. At that point, he started becoming a pretty serious criminal. He started kidnapping, then he started murder, then he started becoming a white supremacist gang leader in the prisons. And he was involved in murdering a lot of black people. Now, you can imagine for me and my mom and dad, we're in the wake of all of that. It was extraordinarily traumatizing. It was decimating to us. It was just a matter of surviving and staying afloat. A lot of darkness for me, a lot of trauma. I survived it. I learned how to put up a good front, get good grades, but it was dark times. But here's the good news. It catapulted me in the direction of psychology and spirituality. I had to be able to heal and come back and reconnect with myself in the way that I knew. And fortunately, after I got my bachelor's and master's in psychology, I stumbled upon a transformational program that was spiritually oriented. I didn't even know what that was at the time. I didn't know the difference between religion and spirituality. But when I did this program, not only did I have a chance to heal a lot of my trauma in a profound way, because it was a loving environment, it was skillfully, lovingly facilitated, but I also started to have profound spiritual experiences. I had spirit running through me like a fire hose. I had a voice that started to reveal itself to me that had an intuitive knowing that I began to trust. And my gifts of how my sensitivity as a man, how I can be with people and have a gift for counseling them, to help them in their own healing and trauma, to help them discover their own gifts. All of that got born consciously when I was 26 years old. So for the last 40 years, I've been very privileged to know who I am, to know the work that I'm called to do, to work in partnership with a spiritual presence that flows through me in a unique and an authentic way. So the book, I was called to capture what is all the work that I've gotten a hold of and how do I express it? How do people work in consciousness that I've learned for myself, but also as a licensed therapist. And there's also laced throughout the book is my autobiographical narrative, all about my life, the challenges that I've had and the things that I learned from those challenges. And they continue to this day because yes, I'm divine, just like all of us, but I'm also remarkably human, just like all of us. The book also interlaces what I call invitations for discovery, where as you read about a story that I share and the principles and the things that I'm harvesting, you also then get to translate and say, how does this apply in my life? How can I work this part of the dimension of work that Gavin is presenting now? Because that's the key. It's not just reading my story or reading about principles. This is a dynamic process of working in one's consciousness, getting in touch with one's authentic self, healing and letting go of trauma and things that no longer serve us. It's the healing and awakening journey. It's the hero's journey.